Hookworm and Babehead. Find that on Arborelia's channel. And 1/1 Conjurer for Biggie. Players might opt to farm up in order to conjure up a shovel here. Or actually, Biggie's just gonna move on. And I mean, it's not transmog, so you don't need to go for shovel, my bad. You can go for ring, but both races will actually move on. So there's definitely a choice of things there. Namely, ring, but there's also a pretty big chance that you won't get a ring that will end up panning out. Blood Shop, however, having a decent selection of items. Biggie might throw here? Oh. That is pretty smart. Setting up a backup dagger, just in case the Blood Shop spawns to the right of you. If the Blood Shop Keeper spawns to the left of you, you're gonna be screwed though, but that's pretty clever. Because you can go down if the Blood Shop Keeper spawns above you, like it did for Biggie. But that also, putting a dagger there also lets you go left if the Blood Shop Keeper spawns to your right. I don't think I've seen that before, but that's really clever. And there's a transmog, it's going to be an immediate Courage Shovel. Barakia definitely wants to do that as well. Has enough money for it. Does. Log goes for a single torch transmute. We'll get an infernal torch, but torch either want, but picking up the base staff in order for a safe transmute. So Warakia finding an obsidian rapier over Biggie is about a boss behind, but that is a much better weapon. Though the obsidian longsword is far from a bad weapon, so Warakia still has a bit work cut out for them. Biggie with a decently sized leprechaun farm. Yet won't pick up the money. We'll find some better goodies instead, and we'll pick that up and of the gold on the floor. Trap door take on 2-3, and Biggie down deep blue. Rakia spending a bit more time in Zone 2 and Zone 1, but has the potential to take over in the rest of the run, so not the most worrying of spots. Rakia now down to deep blues as well. Biggie not finding anything worthwhile out of chest. Rakia will check something here. Oh, there's Bomb Stalin. So yeah, something pretty worthwhile then. I missed that. Didn't even realize. And Shrine of Darkness take for Biggie. Managed to nab free carrot, holster, and heavy glass. Rock is taking hits here. Some fair and balance going on. And manages to that floor with 1 heart left, but there is free heavy glass in here, and we have seed variants of some sort. Finding 2 cursed heart containers instead of... I don't know what Biggie had, but it wasn't those 2 cursed heart containers. Warakia skipping on the holster though. Holster is not nearly as bad as any of the backpacks, but can cost you time if you want to juggle around weapons. But overall, it will benefit you. Nonetheless, continuing to push forward with darkness. Around this part is where Warakia wants to start catching up. Definitely starting in Zone 4 if it hasn't been done already. Fake armor for Biggie. There is Ring of Becoming, but as to what is... Oh, okay, interesting. Just using the freeze and keeping the blood drum. Nothing too fancy there, just using tomes instead of leaving them behind. Is not a bad call, and save quite a bit of time. It can, at the risk. The risk is very low. It costs like 1 beat of risk to just use those tomes. The benefit can be help you get that 1 beat back. And if it's a shield where with no enemies around, it's fine. Warakia though, doing work in Zone 4, managing to catch up. Has regeneration as well, so can afford to take, I would say about, as Biggie does have fake armor, but yeah, the freeze tomes definitely paid off in this scenario. In general. And easily just be a dead shield. But nonetheless, can also save your life, so it's very minimal risk for pretty high potential reward. Ocean Room. Warakia has 10 bombs, but... And a blood drum. Yeah, and Heal Spell now, and Crown of Thorns, and Ring of Regen, so... I forgot about the Blood Drum, but... Biggie is very close behind. That is very much a consideration. Doesn't really need the potion health with all of this regeneration, and a reasonable amount of heart containers. Would rather expand speed for Biggie. As Biggie having trouble with this Headringer fight. There's the first hit with the blood drum. Oh, as Warakia taking an ogre hit. A darkness ogre. That is... Why did I say things? Why did I say things? Oh, this is all my fault. Was not fine without the potion. Definitely should have totally picked it up. So Biggie, given a pretty fortuitous here. That Darkness Ogres. It just heavens. I don't know what Biggie's trying to set up here. Maybe just wants to put Dorian in a safe spot. I don't know what Biggie trying to... Recharging the heal spell, I see. So, heal spell on one more. that time to ensure safety. And gets an early hit off the Necrodancer using Blood Drum, so... I mean, we'll die in 3 hits anyways, at least. At most? Not at most or at least? I do not think right now. At least 3 can survive 2 hits, there. No matter what, so... A pretty valuable half a heart, which is why you decide to farm up there. But a good race until the Necrodancer fight. Biggie finishing with a race from time of 10:36, staging the slow play after Dead Ringer. GG's. Warakia was definitely set up to take that. Had a lot of hearts going into the Necrodancer fight, but Darkness Ogre decided that it wasn't meant to be. Could have picked up that potion in hindsight, not having any protection like Biggie had with fake armor, just had a bunch of hearts, which definitely did seem safe enough. Just pretty unfortunate that that had to happen. Especially with the extended lead that would have came out of Biggie Mac's Dead Ringer being very slow. But we're off. There is a tier 2 cracked wall. The exit room of 1-1. Flash shop. Not exactly what you want to find. Biggie's going for a kill. Warakia's also going for the kill. We definitely take glass shops, but Biggie killing the glass shop on the shovel. So picking up glass jaw as well. And both races will take glass whip though. Biggie's glass whip is doing a very significant 8 damage. There's some cookies to just rub it in that both of these races can glass, but especially Biggie. Nonetheless, iframes are great. There's an excellent weapon too. There's also fake armor that Biggie won't take because has glass jaw, but Warakia will hold on to. Well, both races will just buy out electric shovel. Biggie definitely looking for some kind of head swap here. Oh, we'll very nicely use the glass armor in order to do it, along with a single star, tanking a hit purposefully. Break the glass armor in purple. Won't be anything worthwhile. Just homes. Biggie, white, check, red, or black. Wasn't screen watching. We'll just find the fireball tomes as well. So, not the worst of builds for Biggie, actually. Having Blood Shovel and Squega Suit and an excellent weapon. Not bad at all. Warakia pretty much is out on par with that, except for not having the ability, well, not having real armor and not having the ability to get an early hit on the Necrodancer. Unless Flash Shovel is in. Which it won't. Warakia picking up the shovel again. Activate shovel. Armor is likely gonna make a pretty big difference here, allowing Biggie to play more aggressively. However, there are no more cookies on Biggie's side. some kind of regen would be very nice for both of these builds and allow for more speed. Ring of Defense for Biggie. So it's up to heavy plate levels of protection now. Taking a bit of hot coals damage there, but widening the gap. And afford to play a bit more fearlessly and push a bit harder. As has this Vega suit with a bit of protection on top of that now. Heavy plate levels. Excuse me. Still, no source of regen. Regen would obviously be great to have with this. Arakia, meanwhile, flawlessing death metal will also pick up a bit of real armor. Definitely good to have a bit of proper protection on top of fake armor. But Biggie's bomb situation isn't the best. There's Ring of Regen for Warakia though. That could be a game changer. This gap is a bit much to come back from, but with this ring, it could possibly happen. And Biggie throwing to take peace will be able to get a nice heal and extra hearts. That is a heavy plate pickup for Warakia. Even behind the Scroll of Need can turn everything into glass. But it would not be bad to pick up. Oh, on half a heart now. So, Need would have been great if she decided to stay on half a heart. Alright, Shovel too. Yeah, I could have just used it for Shovel, but there's a ton of things that Need does, and I would expect people not to just know off the top of their head, because I don't. That's the potion scroll for me. Also sometimes turns everything into glass scroll, also sometimes kills the mushroom on zone 2 scroll. Also armor. Those things. I don't know what that throw is about. It was pretty cool looking on Biggie's side though. Some style points for Biggie, definitely. Biggie picking up a Ring of Regen somewhere as well, so... Well, that regen find might have not been as big as it could have been. Everyone gets regen. The bomb situation for both racers is not good. Being on one, Warakia definitely did pick up bombs, has been using them. But this is a bit of an unsurmountable lead from Biggie now. He is decently protected with that potion and the Squaga suit. Nonetheless, it is not a bad idea to continue to try to apply pressure here. Purple slime in the exit room of 5-3. It will just scoot by. Warakia only now entering 5-1, so got a ways to go. We have successful Japanese strats for Biggie. Could be worthwhile checking what's in red, but it's your opponent also doesn't have enough bombs, so. Oh, and has Blood Shovel as well, I just realized. Keep forgetting about Blood Shovel and Blood Drum. This is an extremely quick Necrodancer fight for Biggie. Good teleports there, and a quick dig out, use Blood Shovel. Biggie will finish first. A race from time of 8:36. He's looks like Biggie got Blood Shrine in Zone 4 because of Shop Kill Seed variants instead of Warakia's Zone 3 Blood Shrine. Recording that. That's where that came from. It was fair in the end. Not really. Seed variants is a fun topic. Just remove variants forehead. But we are ready for our third and final seed. Warakia definitely having the chance to take a point off Biggie here. Taking Glassjaw early on, maybe. Okay. I can't say I approve, but if you think that's the right call, then you do you. Look at all of these bats. You have to be very scared of all of these bats now, which makes you go very slow. 2 damage Glassjaw is pretty dangerous. Needs to find something. What is the shopkeeper kill? Okay. Okay, Glassjaw take might have been accidental then, because it's just leaving that behind now. But that is a very bad shopkeeper to kill. Not getting much out of it besides a helm swap, which is valuable, but looking at this blood shop, titanium rapier and a ham. Definitely great items to pick up. But both races will leave the food behind, opting for more speed with this blood drum. A Shrine of Pain take for Biggie. Only goes down to 1 heart, and not the best items out of it either. And we'll be able to get a full heal out of Cheese. So, not the best Pain Shrine, but we definitely take those items. Oh yeah, very soft kill, shop kill for Warakia. And losing the Flawless on Fortissimo 1 as well, we'll miss out on Earth. That is pretty rough. We'll find a Conjurer though, and we'll pick up an excellent ring to go with this Titanium Rapier. Biggie will see that as well, has just enough gold. Only sparing 3 change. Biggie swapping Spike Gears off for Blast Helm. Grenades could be pretty strong. There are gonna be some heavy hitting. Blast Helm. Explosions. Warakia pushing ahead with a more minimal build. Less items to work with. Those little bits of extras on Biggie's side are pretty nice to have. Definitely nice to have. But for the most part has the important ingredients of Biggie's build, so good able to compete. especially with this. How a floor lead. Zone 3 can just be a massive sinkhole of time, but it could also be super fast. And no flawless for Biggie. We'll be able to check the chests. Pretty convenient apple for Biggie there. Only eat it right away and hang on to the blood drum as Warakia has been doing. And that is a solid pickup for Warakia. Have Move Dig. With Pain should be able to reasonably dispose of swarms that result out of Move Dig. Thanks for the raid, Arborelia. So some interesting build divergence, but the core ingredients of both builds remain the same. Warakia will just opt to throw a grenade. Biggie. Not dealing enough damage in a lunge to take King out in one hit. We'll spend a bit more time. Biggie having fake armor, Blast Helm. But Warakia having Move Dig. Dig's likely going to pay off more. Mapping would definitely help right now, but pretty good. Ring of Regeneration and Ring of Peace. Take your pick. Let's keep Pain, probably. Titanium Rapier. Biggie does have an argument for taking regen with this quartz armor, and looks like Biggie will. On half a heart though. Ring of Regen works wonders, and we'll change that on the next floor. Magic Apple for Warakia, definitely a nice bonus. Race is pretty close. But I think Warakia can just end up zooming ahead with that Move Dig. Biggie's Blast Helm can save time on the Necrodancer fight though, so Warakia needs to squeeze as much value out of this Move Dig as possible. We're about even in 5-2 in terms of the Necrodancer fight. Biggie's Blast Helm will help, but Warakia also does have a Blood Drum, as Biggie does. Still, and Blood Drum is fast. Not being able to Move Dig that much with these layouts, so Miner's Cap could have had a lot of potential. Has saved a bit of time here and there, but might not be enough against Biggie. Both racers move on to Dead Ringer. It will be a left side spawn, and both races will do Japanese strats. A bit of ping-ponger for Warakia will cost a bit of time. Biggie taking the lead by the tiniest of margins, has Blast Helm to work with as well. Warakia does have grenades though, and I don't think Biggie got the early hit off of the Necrodancer for some reason. Maybe just forgetting about it in the heat of the moment. So Warakia down to 2 hits, Biggie also down to 2 hits. Last hit for Warakia. Not the worst of teleports. We'll be able to pin Necrodancer into a corner. And that will definitely be a review. He's saying that just forgetting to use the blood drum. Yeah, it could have been a pretty significant mistake forgetting to use the blood drum for an early first hit. As grenades are still pretty fast even without Blast Helm. And combined with blood drum and faster.